views and opinions of this program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Kingdom podcast. The show might include strong images and language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
This episode of the Kingdom Podcast is brought to you by the Bunk Collective.
It's scary to even think about this show. Through hell or high water amidst the variety of challenges, and after 8 years of doing what we do best, one thing united us all. One show ruled them all. When you played the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
Wait a second. I think you got the wrong kingdom. Do you even know what happens on the show?
I was not prepared for that story that you're about to tell.
Are they the inevitable next nations group?
Not when they're handled by JYPE.
When a boy group idol is seen with like a girl group idol, a lot of people like suddenly here like dating, and then fan sites are gonna start closing down.
Yeah.
You know, all those stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand why.
Interacting with 60 different countries around the globe and listened to by thousands from the Philippine archipelago, The Voice is back for Season 2. Fearless, better, stronger, and boy does he enjoy the grind.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, let me sit on that. Like, OMG, no, stop.
We talk about what other K-pop shows are fucking afraid to talk about.
People will get invested only to know that they will disband. Because, everyone gets old at some point and they can't always be an idol.
Just because you love someone, that's not how they grow, right?
That's right.
You need to give it to them straight. You need to be honest.
From personal matters to all the juicy stuff, no holds barred.
They're like, oh, I don't trust multis because I don't
Unfollow.
Okay, muted. Got you.
Broadcasting live from Manila, Philippines at the TKP Studios. This is the revelation that is the Kingdom Podcast, Season 2, with your host, the baddest SOB in K-pop podcasting history, the king himself, The Voice, DJ Yuuki.
It's always fun when you get to talk to not only a podcaster, and I think that's a recurring theme when it comes to when I started with Bunk. Like we had last episode with Isla and Michi and Leaf, and then this episode with Riel, one of the podcast hosts of Under Bunk Philippines, and it's always fun, you always get to guest like a guest, but then you get someone like Riel, for instance, who's a host. So it's not really a guesting, but kind of like a co-hosting gig. And it's really fun to know that, it still stands tall, it's still standing tall, rather. 95 more or less percent of bunkers are K-pop fans. And Riel's here to prove that point. Welcome back to the Kingdom Podcast Season 2, brought to you by Anchor.fm, powered by the Bunk Collective. And we have Riel here, who is one of my bunkmates from the collective, who is one of the hosts of one of the podcasts there. Riel? Hola!
Wait, Q na ba? Okay.
Yeah, that's
I didn't know. Yeah, hello.
That's
Sorry,
proper
I feel
hosting right there.
pressured.
That's proper
Yeah, I
hosting right
feel
there.
pressured.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why would you feel pressured?
Because it's honestly been a while since I recorded an episode of my podcast. So
Right.
yeah, I'm no longer used to recording myself or hearing
That's fair.
myself rather.
Yeah, that's fair.
But when you proposed to me the topic, like, Okay, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
do this.
we have
Because
to.
I really want to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, for the longest time, and we'll dwell into it later on. But let me talk to you first. How are you? How's the pandemic doing? We were almost workmates at one point. I just figured out.
Right. Oh God.
Like almost. Well, you'll never know. Never
Like-
say never, right?
2 months ago, I got an interview from your company. So,
That's
oh my God.
insane.
Am I allowed to say that? Oh
It's
my
fine.
God.
Just don't say the company.
I
It's
hope-
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope that my company or my workmates won't listen to this episode. But I don't mind, honestly.
Right.
I just
yeah.
had an interview. I didn't accept the job offer.
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
shouldn't worry. Yeah. I'm good, honestly. I have been taking a break from podcasting
Right.
for a month already. But going back to your question, like how am I doing in the pandemic?
With the pandemic and everything.
Like, well, parang everyone naman has been very parang has been feeling melancholic
Yeah.
and parang remorseful of what happened
Mm.
or is what happening right now.
Yeah.
So it's really a hard time for me, pero yeah, I'm trying to make it work kasi there's really no way to live this through then right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Parang I just have to live the days.
That's right. Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's the way to solve the problems right now.
So let me talk to you about this. So when did your podcast start? Can you tell us all about it? Like, what's the history behind it?
Yeah, so I think me and my friend was really bored during the pandemic. Yun.
Is this your current co-host?
My former co-host.
Oh, your former. Okay, so it's not
Austin,
Shay.
Yeah,
okay.
shout out to Austin. No, it's not Shay. Shay is my
Okay.
friend.
Cool.
I guested her. Yeah. I think we started the podcast in February 2021. I just mentioned this
okay.
to my friend. Na parang,
Cool.
Hey, do you want to start a podcast with me? Like, let's just roll with any topics that we think about. Like every week we release. So parang niya, okay, let's go. Let's do this. And then we did it for like 5 or 7 episodes. Yeah, 7 episodes together. And then he had to reprioritize stuff as well. He had to reprioritize things, so he had to pause for a while.
Right.
But he will guest like every once in a while naman. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So so tell me all about it. So the title is Pick a Struggle. Where was the origin of the title? Where'd you get it?
So Pick a Struggle came from the Pick a Struggle says from like it's a quote from or not really a quote, a phrase from RuPaul's Drag Race because my friend and I, Austin both watch we both watch RuPaul's Drag Race, so we decided to use the phrase.
Right.
But honestly, even though the title is English, we don't really speak in English there. So I'm actually having a hard time right now.
I am so sorry. You know, I've heard a few
for the
listen.
I'm doing this for the listeners, so
that's right. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. So I totally understand. And when it comes to, there's really something. I guess when it comes to the podcast, I would just love for me to have that sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Parang it's for everyone, and you don't expect everyone to speak in Tagalog. You get what I mean? And prior to me joining the collective, I've been doing it for a while, and there are a lot of people listening in from like the U.S., Canada, freaking Dubai, things like that. So, I can't expect all of them to have the capability to speak in Tagalog. So I keep it like
the niche is very wide.
That's right.
Big. Yeah.
That's right. So I keep it like 90% English and then 10% like bad words. Ganon. That's why I tell everyone, it's like 90-10. Let's keep it 90-10. What's 90-10? It's like 90% English and then 10% mura. It's like you can do that. It's like super fine. So
parang sa podcast namin, it's just 50% story, 30% like mura, and then 10% we don't, like 20% we don't know.
I think there has to be like 20% lande at one point when it comes to podcasting. When I was single, man, am I supposed to say this before we start off the show? It's like when I was single, I was the biggest asshole. But not to a point where I sleep with people, because I haven't done that. Like I haven't really slept with anyone apart from girlfriends, right? So I haven't had that casual sex kind of thing. I guess like I'm you know what I look like. I feel like I'm not pangit or anything, but I'm not like piolo levels. You get what I mean? So the confidence
Don't be hard on yourself,
because the confidence
Yeah.
is not there. But then again, like if you think about it, I guess apart like I don't want to open video because of that. I think that my speaking and my voice would be like the paano ba? Like what do you call that? The icebreaker? There. The icebreaker. And then everyone's like, okay yung boses nito. Parang ano, may itsura, ganito ganyan. And then you open videos like, oh, hey.
Grabe. I think the reason no, I get your point, but I guess the reason why people are like hosts on podcasts open cameras, it's because they really want to engage better.
No, yeah,
when
for
they
sure.
see the face of the person, right?
For sure,
And
absolutely.
they see the mouth talking. But yeah, I get your point. And I also have experienced that because I don't have 100% confidence all the time. Like, I struggle with it like every once in a while.
I think
So,
everyone does, so it's totally fine.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
We're all relatable here.
Yeah, that's right. I did like the last episode that you posted. That's the episode that I listened, and
The
the rain, yeah, the ulan at cuddle weather, yeah, it's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was blown away, and this is like I was blown away. I get blown away every time a podcast can run for less than 40 minutes. I am floored. How do you do it? How do you get that much content in less than 40 fucking minutes?
40
I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
and like for me, an example, I'm pretty sure, and I set your expectation. This might run like probably like less than an hour, more than an hour, something like that.
Right.
And I can't even start to imagine how do I squeeze in that much content within an hour. Like, I'm just floored, and I enjoyed the content sincerely, and everyone should definitely have a listen. I think they're just on season
please
break.
do.
Season break, right?
Yeah, we're on season break right now.
Good
Unofficially, because we didn't announce it.
Yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question, number one, it requires cutting. You have to listen to the episode after you record it.
I
Kasi
never
had
cut.
To, yeah,
I never cut. It's like with
oh
the
my God,
with
we're
the
never gonna edit this.
No.
Okay.
I never cut with the stumbles and the ums. Well, probably earlier since we had technical problems, right? So I'm probably gonna cut that. But it's like when it comes to the ums and the barks and the fucking knocks on the door, like I never ever.
Okay.
It's like,
so you've heard the barking of the dog outside?
yeah, it's totally fine. I have 3 dogs here.
Yeah.
Like I'm just waiting for them to bark. So it happens. I think that's why. Like people, when I talk to people, and I've talked to a bunch of the podcasters under the collective, they were, I guess, in lack of proper term, impressed that I get to record, edit, and then release the same day. And I was like,
oh,
yeah, that's
so
what I did.
Gonna release this?
I'll release this tomorrow because it's
Wow.
way too late right now.
Ang
So
bilis.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, like because of the template, and the template is just basically the thing that you do. And I guess this is podcasting 101 for everyone who wants to start their own, which is I'm a big advocate of. It's like just edit your podcast for the first time, right? And then once you edit those out, just take off everything as far as recording your voice is concerned and the other party or parties, and then save it. So once you re-record another podcast episode, you just, pull that up and then should be fine.
Right.
I guess I mean that's like podcasting 101 for everyone. It's like, and I believe like everyone should start their own podcast. It's really the big thing now. And join us here in Bunk Collective. Good shit.
Yes, please do. Contact us.
Yeah, freaking A. Yeah. You can tweet us, and you can tweet them at the Bunk PH. Good shit. All right, so Riel, here we go with the K-pop goodness that I think everyone is here for. So, let me get to know you a little bit better when it comes to Riel the fan, right? So
Riel the K-pop fan.
Yeah, Riel the K-pop
The
fan.
walking K-pop encyclopedia, according to my friend.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're that
Yeah.
you're that addicted at one point.
I am, and the group that we're going to talk about,
Yeah.
I actually have their first album with me. I'm currently showing it in the camera, by the way. Hi, listeners.
Wow.
Yeah. I have their album. Actually,
How
it's
did
from
you
a friend.
get that? That is really hard to get.
Yeah. I got it last year from a friend. I didn't know that. So she mentioned to me. So we were workmates. She was my teammate.
Yeah.
And then she mentioned to me, Riel, I'm going to give you some K-pop albums. So it had so again, I'll mention some.
Yeah.
That is not this group.
Yeah.
She gave me Super Junior.
Good shit.
FX, which happy 12th anniversary.
Oh yeah, happy 12.
And then I also received an album. I think that was Shiny. Yeah, a Shiny album. The Replay album, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's with your friend
And
and
then this
SM
album.
artists?
Yeah, she likes SM artists. And then she had this as well. So I told her, wait, you're really gonna give this to me? So I gave away the Super Junior albums because I'm not a big boy group fan. I casually listen to it like every once in a while, but girl groups are like life for me.
I know. I definitely agree with you. My first group was Girls' Generation. So, within
Cool.
that,
Yeah.
same wavelength with your bias group, for sure. So, okay, so when did this start? What year? How old were you? Why? Why did you do this to yourself?
So actually, at first I thought I started being a K-pop fan in 2012, but no, I think I started to become a K-pop fan in 2010. So that was
Okay.
I was in second year high school, so that was
Right.
how many years ago? I don't know. Basta I was 13 at that time.
Yeah.
13 or 14, ganon. And then the first group that I was able to listen was 21. I remember listening to 21's Fire, their debut song.
Yeah.
In our school service. So my school bus, yeah.
Yeah.
My bus mate, she had her phone and then she lent it to me. And
Was
then
it
I
the
listened to
Was it that? Okay.
Yeah. And then at that time they were also promoting Lollipop. And then my friend's
okay.
phone is an LG Lollipop, I think.
Oh right,
So-
yeah. That phone. Yeah, that's a cute
That's
phone.
Lollipop by 21 and Big Bang.
Good shit.
And then after a while, I think in college. So sobrang casual listener lang ako at that point.
Right.
But in college, in 2012, I was already 17. I started becoming parang less casual but more of a diehard fan already.
All downhill from there, Riel.
Yeah, cause I know. I regress basically. But I started listening to K-pop because my cousin was also a fan of Girls' Generation, but
okay.
she was a casual listener of Miss A as well, and then I started from there. So my first girl group was Miss A, and then my first boy group was Shiny and Infinite. I think Shiny's first.
Good choices. Good choices.
Yeah,
Good groups.
So, both are from big three companies.
That's
diba?
right.
So,
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah. And then from there, I became a K-pop fan. And then my classmates were also talking about it. At one point, I became... So, I had some classmates who likes to cover K-pop songs. I was in first year college. And then, I Got a Boy was released in 2013 of January.
Yeah,
So, quarter
right.
one. And then they asked me if I wanted to become their manager. So I became their manager. I managed their event. So whenever an event comes up, I ask the organizer of the event or the school org rather if they want a dance group to
So they're
do
like a
some
cover group.
dancing. Yeah, they are a
Which
cover-
which cover group is this? What's their name?
no, not really.
They don't
famous. Like,
perform like in like events, K-pop events
No,
and
no,
whatnot.
no. No
Okay.
naman. Just
Just a school
events.
events,
School
yeah.
events. And then I remember after practice, excuse me. after practicing I Got a Boy, they danced to Sistar's Loving You as well. And then Alone. And then there's that's when I got into Sistar. Yeah.
What a song. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, we're going to talk about Sistar today. But I wanted to talk to Riel first, the fanboy, and just get like a grasp of what's, what happened in his life. Why did he go through the rabbit hole? And like, when you go in the rabbit hole, you can't get back, Hindi ka na makakabalik eh. It's like, it's really, I don't know if it's sad, like when it comes to K-pop. I guess you can, I guess you can say it as, you're happy, but shit, what did I get myself into? And I've been here since 2009, like I myself, with Girls' Generation.
So you've been a K-pop fan since 2009?
Yes! Since 2009. It's insane, it's really insane. And, you kind of have that love-hate relationship when it comes to K-pop over the years, for sure.
Same.
And it's, I don't know. Like,
Sometimes
everyone should...
it's tiring.
Oh, yeah, for
honestly,
sure. It's toxic.
Yeah, and it's toxic. The fandoms are toxic, honestly. Like, let's be real here. Like, we all know what's happening right now.
Oh, yeah. It's like, let's name the fandoms. Shout out to... No, I'm kidding. Okay.
No, let's not drag the fandoms.
Let's not drag them? Okay, fair. Okay, so, Riel, let's get to our first commercial break, and then we'll get to the Sistar goodness when we come back.
Yay.
More of the show after this commercial break, so please do not go away.
Hey everyone, Mo Twister here. Just as long as my guy Yuuki here is talking about Jenny Kim, then I'm all over this podcast. You're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
Hey podcasters. Podcasting has become a staple when it comes to new things to try, especially here in the Philippines. Check all of them out on your podcast players like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We also hope you can donate to the show for as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account. You can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. We want to get as much content out there as possible, and a small amount like this would definitely help us out to keep the show going. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Nag-uulat mula sa shore na kasing Pretty Ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest and diving deep into the cool waters
of BLs and GLs
and every kind of love there is.
We are the Shippers. Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love story
and update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you, let's go.
Hey you. Doing this podcast thing for years now, I've always been an advocate to start your own podcast. Regardless if you talk about K-pop, science, news, politics, showbiz, start doing it because podcasting is growing very quickly, not just in the Philippines, but also worldwide. There's a whole lot of new shows out there, and we as podcasters need to stay informed in order to stay relevant. The best way to do that is with data, numbers, and analytics. Something to keep track of how you're doing. And the best way to get it all in one place is Podmetrics, your one-stop shop for all your podcast data needs. Podmetrics combines data from Anchor, Spotify, Chartable, Facebook Live, and YouTube in order to show you the real picture of how your show is doing. And when you know your show, you can grow your show. The best part is it's absolutely free. Sign up now at podmetrics.co. That's podmetrics.co. And don't forget to use the referral code The Kingdom Podcast. No spaces. Podmetrics, the only analytics you'll ever need for your podcast.
You are listening to the Kingdom Podcast. All our episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and on Anchor.fm. Your weekly dose of K-pop is now back.
Welcome back to the podcast. You can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Anchor, and apparently we have like our own website now, which is super cool. The bunkph.com/thekingdompodph. And yeah, you can check it out everywhere. It's just all in one name at the Kingdom Pod PH. You're still with me, Yuuki and Riel here of Pick a Struggle podcast under the Bunk Collective. Riel, what are your socials? Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RielR_.
Good shit. All right.
Just at RielR_.
Alrighty. So does Pick a Struggle have like their own podcast Twitter account?
Pages.
Yeah, pages.
Yeah. For Pick a Struggle, you can follow us and send in your topic requests at Pick a Struggle PH. PICKASTRUGLL. Oh my god. No.
GGLE.
Sorry, ginagawa ka, like
I know. I heard.
See? It's been a month. I forgot how to do it, so I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's fine.
Let me reclaim. Yeah, I'll reclaim that later.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Pick a Struggle PH, right?
Yeah, Pick a Struggle PH.
That's awesome.
Both on Instagram and Twitter.
See, like everyone is going through Instagram. Like our social media manager, quote unquote. Shout out to Julia. It's like she said that. Oh, you wanna make Instagram? It's like, just not a big fan. Yeah, it should be fun. Okay, whatever. Make an Instagram, and then she did, and then you know, like there's something about
That's
Instagram.
Traction.
I guess, yeah, you can say that, yeah. Back like prior to 2020, we didn't have a Facebook page, we didn't have Instagram, and then this girl shows up out of nowhere, applies to be like the social manager, freaking, and creates everything. So yeah.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to Julia. Freaking Julia, you
Hi,
are a life
Julia.
savior. Okay, topic right now. So it's no secret that Sistar disbanded. You know, back in 2017, right?
2017.
Yeah, 2017 they disbanded.
June 2017.
Bummer. Did you feel it coming by any chance, Riel? I know you're a big, style, and when it comes to being a style, and for everyone that doesn't know, Star 1 is not pronounced as Star 1. It's Style.
It's style.
Yeah, it's style. Star 1. So it's style.
It's
So
how Koreans read it.
that's right.
It's
So-
the letter R. They control the R.
Yeah, Star. So, what went through your head? Did you feel like it was coming, probably considering that there are 7 years now and there's the curse, and then like they're not really promoting a lot like in a yearly basis, I guess. Like I think in one
actually,
year
they did.
Yeah, but I think like in 1 year they only have like one song, and then you can squeeze in like a single there,
A solo.
probably. Yeah, right. Or a solo, by
comeback,
Yorin, yeah.
I think before they disbanded, they released I Like That in like 2017. 2016.
2016
Yeah,
late,
2016.
and then they had Lonely, and like their last few songs like had 3, right?
Before Lonely, Yorin had a solo comeback.
Right, yeah, that's
which
true.
is Paradise and Love Like This.
Yeah.
The 3 songs. The 4 songs actually.
Yeah.
There are 4 songs. Yeah.
Did
so
you feel
I
it?
actually honestly no, I didn't. Because I really thought
wow.
they were because I thought they were really getting into a lot of stuff late at that time.
Mhm.
I think Dasom was hired at like in a drama, and then Bora as well.
Yep.
And then at that time saw you like she had a lot of collabs because she's
That's
the
right, yeah, because she's the collab
apparently.
queen, for sure.
Yeah, she is. And then Yorin just had a comeback. And then in May, like end of May, they released a teaser. It's a photo of I'm not sure if that's gumamela or I'm not sure, but it's a flower.
Yeah.
And it felt like summery. The photo looked like summery. So I thought they were really doing a summer sister comeback.
Yeah, like a comeback, like usual. Yeah.
Yeah. Because no, I mean like a summer sister comeback kasi 'di ba they have two not faces but two
It's like concepts.
Concepts like the sexy sultry sister
Yeah.
and then the summer sister that we all know and like of.
Hell yeah.
So I didn't actually expected that they were going to disband and that they'll be promoting a disbandment song which
That's right.
everyone liked. Yeah. I think no one has stopped that yet. Although I think it's been a norm since since that point.
A
lot of people have been doing it as well.
I respectfully disagree with you on that, only because Sistar is the only one who could have pulled that off. I
Alright.
feel that them leaving and them leaving on top is like just something that is unprecedented when it comes to K-pop. Normally, you get falling out groups that just like, nawala na lang parang bula, MFX, RIP, right. Things like that. And it's just like really horrible because no one wants them to disband, but then again, we gotta deal. Yeah, we gotta deal with it like normal human beings. And I'm pertaining to FX, not Sistar, right? And with Sistar,
and a lot more groups. Actually.
Yeah, and obviously a lot more groups. But just like the prime example would be FX because they've been inactive for the longest time, and then with like the tragedy that happened with Sully and like things like that. So I guess I don't know. Sistar just really brought it so much. They disbanded, quote unquote. I don't know, like you can call it a disbandment, right? They disbanded on top, literally, because they just won like I don't know if it's like
a lot of
music like a lot of music banks and M countdowns and shit like that, right? Yeah. So you don't really see something like that. That's something unprecedented when it comes to K-pop, and I guess if you look into it, when it comes to what happened with Sistar, they really left the industry like with their heads held high and with grace. Kasi, look, we'll release like a few good number of songs to leave you guys. And that's it.
Yeah. But did you like Lonely?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like,
you did?
I did. You didn't, don't you?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of ballad songs.
Oh, man. So you haven't listened to Hyolynx's like first album? It's one of the best albums I have heard.
I know.
Love and Hate?
I did. I love Love and Hate.
Oh my god, what a superb album.
My favorite song from that would be Tonight.
Oh, my favorite was Closer.
I think that was and Closer. Lipstick, Red Lipstick as well.
Yeah.
With Zico. I think?
Or I think it's Zico, yeah. It's just so good, like especially in a debut of a solo artist. Well, then again, you would expect it because it's Hyolyn, and Hyolyn is one of the best vocals like in the industry. So
right. And some people call her the Korean Beyonce.
Yes, and I totally agree.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
So how about Ailey? Is Ailey the Christina Aguilera?
It's like, who is like as good as like the Queen Bee? They have different things. Like they have different
strengths.
Yeah, strengths, right?
Mm-hmm. I think Hyolyn is a more well-rounded performer. Not because she's better, but she dances better than Ailey.
Look, well-roundedness, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And she has higher pitch. Pero
which one?
Like Hyolyn.
Hyolyn.
Yeah. Although Ailey, I feel, has a more stable pitch compared to Hyolyn. And I'm not saying
she has fuller voice.
Yeah, she has that full voice. I'm not saying that because like pumipiyok-piyok si Hyolyn, nothing like that. It's just that, Ailey is Ailey, Hyolyn is Hyolyn. So I can't really compare the both of them because they're just really tremendous singers. Like I would compare them to like the lowlies of K-pop, which I'm not gonna name. So
let's not name. Let's not drag artists here.
Okay, we're not gonna drop names. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you should have heard You should have heard our previous podcast episode.
Oh my god, you've mentioned to me pala na it's fine. But yeah. I decided right now I just decided let's not drag.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But yeah.
So
I just want to wait before we continue. I just want to share that Hyolyn and Ailey were both in Dream High 2.
Yes, that's true. That is true. Yeah, that's true.
And they are friends.
Yeah, they are. Friends. They also did that Bang Bang cover with Jessie, which is like one of the best collaboration stages I've ever seen. So,
but I was disappointed at that time because they lowered the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's to support Hyolyn. I think Hyolyn's voice isn't as high as Jessie's. So Jessie J, I mean, so understandable, but it's still very superb. Like what a superb stage. So I guess if you look into it, I mean, in my point of view, because I was a big style as well, like at that time, and I was shocked, although I felt it coming, and that's why like I was asking you, because there was also that thought of like the 7-year curse, like already there, already present, and a lot of groups, regardless of how successful you are, And most of the time, you're not successful when it comes to your, last few years. But Sistar, stands the test of time and just kept being relevant all throughout the years with like collaborations, solos, OSTs, things like that, right? So, although I did feel it coming, I did feel that at one point they weren't really releasing anything together anymore. And just settled on OSTs, collaboration stages with different artists, solos. And Dasom was doing like the whatever she's doing. So
she was acting.
She was acting,
it was
right?
her first or second.
Yeah, second, I think. Yeah, it's her second.
Melody of Love.
Yeah, Melody of Love. Yeah. So, I kind of felt it. Although I was still shocked because, like what you said, those are really good points. They were still releasing songs every year.
Yeah.
So
just like any other girl groups.
Yeah, just
you wouldn't feel.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. They released like a few good number of them too. I think they started the summer thing with Touch My Body, right?
Yeah. And one more thing. They're all friends.
That's right.
Like, di sila magkagalit.
Right, exactly. There was no like any sort of discrepancies when it comes to I guess I don't know, like can we blame it on Starship then? Were there issues
not sure, but
when it comes to the agency?
Management, I think there is.
Yeah.
Because at that time, like in 2016, they launched Cosmic Girls, WGSN. So maybe at that point, they felt ignored. But I'm not sure. I don't want to drag the fandom of Cosmic Girls, and I'm also a big fan of Cosmic Girls.
Yeah, I love Cosmic Girls. Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm an Ujung, so yeah, I don't want to drag them. I'm a fan. But anyway,
but then again, like if you think
that could be a factor.
Yeah, but
that could be a factor.
If you think about it, Starship really didn't do that much with Uju Sonyo as well. Sadly.
At that time. Before.
Like, even till now, like, I have my eyes open. Yeah, for sure. Like I feel that they're not getting the right promotions because if it were just Sistar, right? When it was just Sistar and they were like just blowing up everywhere. If you put the same kind of promotion towards Uju Sonyo, they would probably blow up the same way as well. But they're not really getting behind them that much compared to Sistar.
I agree. But then Uju Sonyo is a big group. Like they currently have 10 members, so it's hard to like find gigs for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and
I mean
they probably just have 2 managers and
that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but anyway, I think that's just one factor, and it's just a hunch. But I think apart from that, like in terms of management, if they had a problem, for sure there has been a problem with
probably.
The management.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But one of the interviews that Hyolyn did was she said that they disbanded because of their promise to each other that if one member didn't want to pursue anymore and wanted to pursue other stuff, they'd disband.
I blame Dasom. Okay.
I would blame Hyolyn actually. A lot of there's another person, like a friend who's more like paano ba, mas diehard fan siya sa akin ng Sistar. He mentioned to me na most of the styles in Korea think that Hyolyn is the one to blame for that because like she was really selfish about getting a solo that she thinks she deserves, and then she put up a company, diba? But then styles are mad at her because the company is not as successful kasi it had like just some releases.
Yeah, mediocre showing.
But Hyolyn has put up a lot of good stuff, honestly.
Yeah, but not as good as her first album. I mean, her first album.
We'll get there later, I think.
But not as good as her first album. Her first album was like so good.
It's fire. Yeah.
It's like, okay, here's another topic for you. Is there something negative that you felt at the time knowing that a ton of... Okay, let me open this topic by doing this. I've been a fan of K-pop since 2009. And a lot of my heterosexual friends that say that K-pop are for girls only, homophobic nonsense motherfuckers. So, at one point there were
masculine men.
Yeah, masculine men.
That's what you're trying to say.
That's right. So my masculine men friends, right?
Which I'm not, yeah.
So
okay. I'm just a biological human male.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So if you think about it, at that point, they were like really just belittling K-pop. Di mo naman naiintindihan yan eh. You don't understand what they're saying. It's like, why are you watching girls and why are you watching guys? Things like that. Like, you get judged by watching girls, but you get judged by watching guys as well. So, if you're like a straight guy, you don't really know how to fit in, which I didn't really care at that time. They called me gay.
Which is actually stupid.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, absolutely. They were calling me gay and I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm gay. Yeah, so
for Sistar, I am.
Yeah, for K-pop.
And for for K-pop in general. But
I was being called gay at that time, and then I was like, okay, sure, cool, I'm gay, yeah. So things like that, which I just dismissed, right? But then, such a very, very powerful song released. Powerful by in any sort of means necessary to just divert everyone's attention from what they're doing to their screens. And the masculine men, my friends, started following Sistar. What video am I talking about? It is none other than Ma Boy. Yes. So
I'm pretty sure it's Ma Boy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that more than 75% of straight males that started standing K-pop not only knows the song, but started with it.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
damn
get what
sure.
you mean. I am pretty sure as well.
And it's all thanks to Bora and Hyolyn. And mostly Bora, actually. I feel that she was just so stunningly beautiful there. I mean, Hyolyn was beautiful in her own right, for sure. It's just that, that was Bora's video. That was just, if I remember...
Because she's the visual.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, right? Yeah. But... when I remember Ma Boy, I just remember Bora.
Really?
No, I mean, obviously, if I were to think of, let's say, for instance, I'm just like a normal fan, and then I watch Ma Boy, and then I see Bora.
You'd only think of Bora, you'd only remember Bora.
Yeah,
I know I know the reason why.
Yeah, that's her video. She was so beautiful at that time. She was 22, 23 at that time?
She was 22 at that time.
Oh my god, so beautiful. It's insane.
No, wait, sorry. I think they're both 19-year-olds.
No, you shit me not. No. Wait. Ma Boy.
Kasi di ba Sistar19?
Yeah, Sistar.
I think they debuted, apart from the concept being 19 or 18 plus, it's because they were both 19-year-olds. I think.
No. What's Bora's last name? Yun Bora, right?
Yun. Yeah.
2011 is Ma Boy. She is now 31. 2011 was 10 years ago. She was 21.
But it...
She was 21.
She was 21.
Okay. So yeah,
But regardless,
21-year-old Bora and Hyolyn was how old at that time? Around that age as well, right? So
I think Bora is the eldest in the group. So Hyolyn's probably 20 or 19.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Bora's the eldest, right? So yeah, she's 20. She was 20. All right. So
she's 20.
Imagine that video changed a lot of thoughts and the
perception changed.
Perceptions, when it comes to K-pop.
On how to see K-pop.
That's right.
On how people see K-pop.
It's a game changer, for sure.
Yeah,
now,
I agree. Go
yeah,
ahead.
you were saying, before we get to the topic?
No, go ask the question first.
All right, so here's my question for you. So, was there, as a fan of Sistar, right, was there something negative that you felt? Knowing that a ton of K-pop fanboys started their journey with Sistar19's Ma Boy.
Yeah. Personally speaking, I didn't experience that because I grew up not really learning that I wasn't straight, but but I've probably denied it in high school, but
Yeah.
I thought I was, but
Yeah.
anyway, I didn't have any thoughts like similar thoughts like that.
Right.
But I think based on what we see in the internet, I think they got a bit of a backlash there, but also it was empowering for the industry to have seen concepts like that because there weren't a lot of concepts like that.
Yeah, that was one of the first.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at that time A-Pink debuted. But the K-pop wasn't as saturated of cutesy concepts. And then also that was in 2011. Ma Boy was also in 2011.
That's right.
I think
Yeah.
And then also Sistar and Sistar had similar concepts with which group? Secret. I think they were coinciding.
Yep.
And then there were these very dreamy model-like girls like Girls' Generation and another favorite group, 9 Muses. So
yes.
There weren't a lot of like approachable sexy concepts at that time.
Yes.
Because 9 Muses were
uber sexy.
Uber
sexy.
Pretty.
Yeah.
They were very pretty, but they weren't as approachable. They were very edgy.
That's right.
At that point, they got an interview, or I watched an interview na some people avoided 9 Muses. Like some idols, like in the music shows, avoided 9 Muses because they were too edgy. They were scared of 9 Muses.
It's just way too sexy for their taste at that time. Probably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I get like how people perceive that. So yeah,
totally understandable.
Sistar19 got a bit of a backlash there.
Yeah. Well, then again, like, you're
but
right.
It didn't hurt them.
It didn't really hurt them. If you think about it, it really definitely helped them when it comes to being that sort of parang household name when it comes to starting K-pop. Like, if you have like your boyfriend, let's say like your boyfriend isn't really into K-pop, and then you're into K-pop, like and you want to introduce your boyfriend to K-pop, which is like not the normal thing at that time, having a straight male follow K-pop. I was one of the dying breeds when I started. So, things like that. So if you're like, you're into K-pop and then your boyfriend isn't, you let your boyfriend watch Ma Boy, right? And then it all changes.
Right.
It's just
And you know what? I think concepts like Ma Boy help why girl groups now can wear crop tops, short shorts, like clothes with holes.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at that time, what I've said, they were getting a bit of a backlash. Like, not just with Ma Boy, I think with So Cool, there were a lot of suggestive dance. Yeah, there were a lot of suggestive steps.
Yep.
Similar to what happened to what song is this from EXID? Up and Down. We are. Yeah, there. So they paved the way. Yeah, basically. Sistar walk. So this group can run.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's totally true. So here's my question for you. Did the fandom at that point, because I wasn't really into being a style at that point, I was just like an SNSD buff. I didn't really care about other groups that much at that time. And then like Alone Nahonja changed that for me, like when it comes to and I watched it late, I watched it in the Give It to Me era. So imagine, right? So
okay,
Sistar19 was already there. Like, I've already watched them, and I gotta be honest, a lot of my friends, they're looking at Sistar19 and it's like, oh, wow, sexy, things like that where you react like that. So it's like, did the fandom at that point or at one point felt like the people were really objectifying Sistar19?
For sure, some people do, like misogynistic people.
Yeah,
misogynists.
yeah.
Sorry, misogynists. So, I don't know for sure who are these people, but for sure there are a lot of people who like perceive the group like that, like in that way. Sorry, yeah. But for me, it's different. Like, I just like them because they're very good at what they're doing. They're good at dancing.
Yeah.
They're good at projecting themselves. They're very confident about their bodies because there are not they are not the generic K-pop type, like K-pop girl group
standard.
Yeah. Like we all know that Girls' Generation is the girl group standard, but there weren't a lot of groups similar to Sistar. Like Bora and Hyolyn has darker skin compared to other girl group members.
They're tan. Yeah.
Like compared to Dasom, oh my god. Yeah. And then Soyu has this very husky voice similar to Park Bom, which right?
It's true.
So there were a very Sistar was a very unique group.
Might I say better than Park Bom? Might I say? Okay.
Again?
Yes, Riel. Riel.
I love both of
I love
Park
21.
Bom as well.
I love 21.
I love
OT3.
OT3? Oh my god.
It's like Sistar, OT3, you know?
Which one? Bora or Dasom?
Bora will always be in Sistar. So that answers your question. No, we'll get to that a little bit later. That's going to be the topic. But, I guess at one point, it's not that you can't blame them. Obviously, they're misogynists that are just really horrible when it comes to that. And you know that lalaki naman yan, ganyan talaga. That mentality sucks. And it's like I've never used that. Like lalaki yan, ganun talaga. Like that's
actually
bullshit.
even today, it's experience. Like a lot of people still has the same perspective. Because there are still a lot of misogynists around. So,
yeah, I mean, and but no, I disagree with you at one point. Kasi right now, it's not the men na lang that do that.
Well,
right? So times
I
have changed. Where women also they
thirst on K-pop.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes,
not just the women.
Might I say, like even worse than men. It's like you should see what they're posting. And that's like women towards women or women towards men. It's like I don't know.
Saseng
fans. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of weird. But not really weird if you think about it, since it's been very prevalent when it comes to, looking into, the history of like what you said, right? You started back in 2009 or 2010 around that time, right? So at that time, like sasangs were pretty prevalent and they were existing, but right now, might I say, like sometimes even worse than men when it comes to like thirsting for them. Like you should read their fanfics, you should read what they're tweeting, you should see what they're like drawing, and things like that. And
I agree on that.
It's bad. It's bad. I mean, obviously, like I'm not gonna wash my hands by saying that I never looked at them like, oh my god, sobrang sexy nila. But like not to a point where like I'd tap that. Nothing like I wouldn't say anything like that. It's just that I feel that obviously I'm a human that gets attracted to people, and deny it if you will, pero the first thing that you're seeing from people are the physical side, right? Like you don't really it's like when you see them, ito ganitong klaseng tao to, ganito ganyan. No, like you see their eyes, see the their face, their body, etc. So like at one point, obviously, like a lot of people, and hopefully this is the the boiling point, hanggang dito lang, is that I also at one point loved how they look, loved how they sing. They're selling the sexy concept, right? I mean, we're not blind. Like if they're gonna pose and dance sexily, it's not like ay cute siya. It's like you're not gonna say that, right? I mean, obviously you're gonna find them sexy, right? I mean, that's the selling point. So I just hope that,
and it's their concept,
and that's their concept, exactly. So at one
it's just how people perceive it,
exactly. There has to be like a stop, and obviously for a lot of people, like that didn't really transpire.
Yeah, I think people are learning. Like, I think
you think
with why I think so. Let's
now.
I want to give props to like the newer K-pop fans. Most of them listen to the group because they really like the group, not just the members. But I see some instances that what you're mentioning is also happening. So
yeah, I guess.
But I guess, yeah, I just hope everyone learns from the past.
Yeah, I mean, look, did anyone learn? Like, I think us older generations learned, but there's a lot of rice to be eaten for the newer generations still. Like, there's smooth like butter, things like that. Like, we need to control yourselves, you guys.
Oh no.
Look, I'm a big BTS fan, don't get me wrong. It's just that, like, armies are just saludo ko sa inyo.
Fandoms can be toxic. That's it.
Yeah, shout out to... Kidding. We'll get to our last commercial break, and I think this is one topic that I think you need to defend, Riel. So we'll get to our last commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more of the show. Take it away, you guys.
Hey, this is Jacques, aka Arcady Blog, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
We are Bunk Collective, and we are podcasts that'll shake the podcast industry. No, wait, that's over-promising. We are Bunk Collective, and we're here to define meaningful storytelling. Nah, doesn't feel right. We are Bunk Collective, and we're here to make meaningful moments. Scratch that. You know what? Let's just say it like it is. We are Bunk Collective, podcasts that came to play.
A bunch of playful and creative people telling our stories on our own terms.
No matter your type of podcast, there's a ton to play with.
And there's a lot more joining the collective real soon.
So press play and play with us.
We're here to give you a good time.
Hey guys, do you use Spotify as your main music or podcast player? On Spotify, you can listen to all your favorite songs or shows, including this. And you can choose over a variety of artists or podcasters for your listening pleasure. So go download Spotify on your smartphones, and in the process, follow us on social media so that you'll know when the show will release a new episode. That's the Kingdom Pod PH on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you there!
This is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuuki.
Welcome back to the podcast. You can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/report. You can donate as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account to help us keep the show going for more seasons, more episodes to come, and, to just basically support the podcast when it comes to things that we need to buy and, provide you guys. Giveaways, that's gonna be for your giveaways and stuff. If ever that we're gonna give away something, which is like once in the blue moon. So if you got anything like that, you can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. You're still with me, Yuuki, with my guest co-host here. Kind of like a co-host. You're a host of a podcast, so I'm not really gonna call you like quote unquote a guest. So this is Riel. He is one half of the hosts of Pick a Struggle under the Bunk Collective. So when are you coming back? I'm gonna pressure you like on the show. So Che, hello Che, if you hear me, like when are you guys coming back?
So I'll be actually releasing an episode hopefully this weekend.
Look at that.
If I get that, I actually have an episode recorded already with a friend. So I just didn't have the time to edit that. And then like an official season ender episode with myself only.
All right.
I'll probably record this week, and then the next season's episode naman I'll record next week.
Why don't you get like a lot of podcasters like under the bunk? Like, do you invite them on the pod?
I'll probably guest a lot of bunkmates.
Yeah, bunkmates. Yeah.
Next season, including yourself.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm honored. You're actually the fourth that guested as far as like guests goes from the bunk. So like I'm looking forward to a lot because they say that there's really a lot of K-pop fans like under the collective.
There are a lot.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Freaking A. Next time we'll talk about like OT321. So we'll talk about that. All right. Okay. Speaking of OT3. Look, Sistar is just an amazing group, and Riel, I think you need to defend like Sistar, not really Sistar, but like a specific member in my mind. It's an ongoing joke when it comes to, and I feel half-hearted about the joke. And don't get me wrong, I love Sistar. But look, do you think there's a lack? It's sad. Like, look at this. Look at the lineup. All right, let me build up the topic. Look at the lineup. You got Hyolyn, one of the best vocals in K-pop, even up until today. You got Soyu, who's just dominating OSTs. Like, not, you can add it up na sobrang ganda niya rin and like uber sexy. I mean, it's just like flowing with sex appeal, right? And then like it doesn't hurt her that she's, you know, a good dancer and a tremendous singer. And then here comes.
Can I just say Gotta Go is a bomb. It's a bop.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. So good. And you got Bora, who has to be probably one of the best looking K-pop idols ever. Oh, yeah. It's like she would probably still rank in my top 10 until now. Even probably top 5. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember one time she guest hosted in Produce.
Right.
48?
Yes, 48, yeah.
Yeah, where Soyu is a
judge. Yeah.
Right? And then there were a lot of, like, of course she was around the trainees.
Yeah.
I think pwedeng magmukhang trainee siya.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, she doesn't look 31, not at all. So, imagine. And then there's Dasom.
Okay. So, ano masasabi mo kay Dasom?
Look, talking about talent, so let's move forward. So, talking about talent, presence, etc., like, you know, for not only for myself but for the haters, you know, a lot of styles might consider me a hater, but I don't really find it to be like hating on her, because it's not that I don't like her as a person. It's just like I just don't feel her fitting in Sistar. And a lot of my friends that are not even styles, you know, that are just like normal fans of Sistar, they're not, they don't consider themselves a style, not like myself. They defend her like from me. So imagine, right? And it's not like I'm hitting on her personality or anything like that. It's just that with the roster of Hyolyn, Soyu, and Bora in the same group, don't you think that there's a lack on Dasom's part on being like a member of Sistar? Did you ever think of that? Sorry, let me ask you this. Is she your bias by any chance?
No, she's not.
Okay, that's good.
Hyolyn is my bias.
Mine too! Shit! Yes! Okay. So, you know, didn't you feel like, you know, like the voice even, like, it's just really bad. I mean, she what? Look, speaking in a musician's point of view, right? So I play in a band. I've been singing for like almost my whole life, and professionally as well. Like I was singing in a choir and stuff, and it's just so fucking. Look, if I were just to compare it to the other three, right? It's just bad. If it's just gonna be compared to the other three, I'm pretty sure that she would definitely fit in on other groups that are not really that vocally promising. Like, no, I'm not gonna name anyone, but
no, don't.
I had to look at your face. Riel. So, you know, like groups that are not really vocally promising, right? But then you have Soyu and Hyolyn in the same group, and Bora, one of like the rappers that really just does work when it comes to their songs. She really brings it. She's not the best rapper in the industry.
Bora?
Yeah,
Bora?
she's not the best rapper, but when it comes to their songs, definitely works.
It works.
Yeah, it definitely
but she
works.
Doesn't have enough light. She doesn't have enough light, so but yeah.
That's
I
right.
do agree that it works.
But then like you have
Dasom.
sana binigay na lang kay Bora yung line. Sana
But Sistar,
umarte na lang siya.
Grabe.
She's a good actress, right? She's a good actress. And I feel that this might probably be the thing that she really wanted to do, like at one point, right? Pero
which it is,
which
the
she
thing that she really wanted to do.
and she's doing it right now, and I may say like tremendously good, but just comparing it to the three of them, Riel, you have to defend her. You have to defend her.
But have you seen Summer or Summer?
I have not seen Pork Shit, but I do know her dramas. I've seen snippets.
No. Like the latest release from Hyolyn and Dasom.
Oh no, I haven't. Oh,
okay.
Was it?
Go listen.
Okay.
And then let's go.
Okay. Okay. Wait. I'm not gonna include this. Anong pangalan ng group nila? Ay, anong pangalan ng song?
Summer or Summer. Hyolyn x Dasom. Hindi mo alam?
Look.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me show you something.
I'm judging you, Sistar.
Look, let me show you something. Let me show you something right now, okay?
Go lang, sige.
This is what people are searching. Not only me,
They want to watch it. Let's watch it together.
Sure. This is what people are see. Right. So look, I type in Summer or Summer. I haven't searched. Kasi kapag sinearch ko, ganyan siya. Look at this. I haven't searched for it. But it only shows Hyolyn as the first one.
Yeah, it's because it's uploaded in her
it's uploaded in
channel.
Stony.
Like, no, there's another video that's uploaded.
All right, I wanted to point out something when it comes to the song, but we'll probably talk about it like as a subtopic.
Okay.
After this topic, because the topic is definitely Dasom, right?
Okay. Go ahead.
So obviously we're gonna talk
so
about.
What do you think?
We're gonna talk about the song. Love the song. Loved it. I think it's one of, like, as far as Sistar goes, this is one of their good songs.
I know.
So,
and it's disappointing. It's just the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, it's very disappointing. But look, it was edited well.
Wait, no. If you're going to watch Yuuki's sketchbook, they had a guest appearance there, and the vocals were live.
Yeah, I saw.
The vocals were live, and Dasom was really trying hard to sing, and she really improved. Given that she's dancing, like, super light lang naman yung pagdance, pero like, I want to give props to her. I want to defend her, basically.
Yeah.
So this is my answer to your question earlier. I think Dasom is not as well-rounded as Hyolyn, not as a good singer like Soyu, or doesn't rap as, let's say, good as Bora. But I think the reason why Dasom was part of Sistar is because someone had to be familiar looking sa group. Kasi like, Sistar is a very, not really odd, pero yun nga, as what I've mentioned earlier, they don't look like other girl
They're
groups
not the
at that
typical
time.
girl group type.
Yeah. And Dasom is like a skinny white skinned girl. She has she's very pretty at that time. Like, and someone has to be like the cute one as well.
You should be.
So Dasom has to be. Yeah, so Dasom had to be that girl.
Riel,
in the group.
you should be careful. Like some ano tawag dito? What's the term I'm looking for? Sensitive fans would say.
Oh my God.
Skinny. That's body shaming. Blah blah blah.
But she is like.
Tanginan nyo lahat. She's
Oh my
skinny.
God, sorry. But she is. I'm sorry if that offends you, but
no, not me. Not me.
Yeah, the listeners. Yeah, the listeners. But
whatever.
I feel like she is. Oh my God. But I feel like she is the skinny one in the group. I'm not gonna repeat it.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Being
No, look.
problematic. But anyway,
we call it as it is, and podcast, the Kingdom podcast, controversial. There's that image of it already, and it's not really body shaming, to be honest. Like, I don't know where that came from, as far as like the sensitivity goes for
and
people.
we all know that K-pop trainees.
Yeah,
like,
look, guys.
Wanted to be skinny.
Kung payat ka. That's not body shaming. Kung mataba ka. That's it. Like, you kinda. If you're fat, you're fat. If you're thin, you're thin. I mean,
it's a gray area, honestly. But
yeah, I mean, it's something that you need to like accept. Like, what do you call her? You don't call her voluptuous. It's like there's no right or wrong term for that. Like that's a body type. Like we should deal with it as it is. And look, I understand, Riel. I understand like where you're coming from, and I understand where you're going with this.
I mean, I'm currently looking at their first album.
Their first album, right? So yeah, I mean, look,
she looks like the typical K-pop idol.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's right. That's right. And
so that's her role. That's her role.
Look, so, probably, when I listen to the song, probably I would say, okay, it's an okay tune for me. It's an okay voice for me. Have I lowered my standards? No, I'm kidding. I mean, obviously, I'm saying, look, guys, like to all the listeners, obviously, I'm saying all of these for humor, references and stuff. It's like, all kidding aside, I know that she's, of course, she's an idol. She's talented. I know, like, she has her talents, right? But I just can't see it. And this is what I'm gonna go with as far as my point goes. If it's only Hyorin, I'm cool with it.
Really? I can't imagine the song with some. I can't.
No. Sorry. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. It's not not only a Hyorin solo. Wait. If she's only with Hyorin, Dasom being with Hyorin.
Okay.
I'm okay with Dasom singing. But if you combine Dasom, Hyorin, and Soyu together,
and Bora.
I mean, obviously Bora doesn't really sing that much, right? I'm just talking about like the vocal line. Pero I mean, Bora definitely should be there.
She doesn't sing. Dasom doesn't sing like at least before.
No, she does. Like she has parts which are questionable why it should be hers. So
right. I think I agree. There's this one awards ceremony, Mama 2012.
Yeah.
They were singing alone. Her voice cracked.
Yeah,
and it had to be edited.
That's right. I mean, probably, I don't know if it's, can we blame it on production? Maybe. Like, why would you produce a song and then put Dasom in that certain part where she can, like, probably excel in some other part, But with this song, totally fine. And that's why, like, I guess that's why you wanted me to watch it as well. Because it's a good song.
She really improved.
Yeah, she improved a whole lot. Yeah, for sure. Plus, she looks stunning. Doesn't she? Like, fucking A. She looks so beautiful.
I think the improvement was very evident in her dancing as well. Like, apart from the vocals. Kasi she is a very awkward dancer.
That's right.
Like, you can see it's very evident in Touch
Alone.
My Body. Like
in Alone too.
And Alone as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Touch My Body and Alone actually. I think she started improving in Shake It or I Like That.
I mean, probably yeah. I'm kind of watching like their live performance. Yeah. I mean, it's not like a complicated dance when it comes to this song, right? Like they're just mainly standing, pero it doesn't look awkward. It's a TikTok song, exactly, dance. Right? Yeah. But look, okay, fine. I'm okay with this. It's just that like I feel that when it comes to Sistar, I guess like probably because like they're so uberly up in the upper echelons when it comes to singing that I guess you have no choice in like at the back of your head unless you're a Dasom bias or whatnot. Na parang shit, she's just really iwan na iwan as far as vocals go. And that's why I never felt like she was a good fit for Sistar. That I have that recurring joke where Sistar OT3, like 21 OT3.
I also have Sandara.
No, not even. Like I like Dara.
Who?
Yeah.
Sino?
Her name rhymes with Park Bombs. I never liked her as a group. She was so awkward when it comes to dancing. Yeah, I mean,
I know. Yeah. Park Bomb is very awkward.
Have you seen their last stage? Yung surprise stage sa Mama? She was like me. It's like parang tuod ang pucha. It's like
but everyone knows that she's not a good dancer. Similar to Dasom. So I think
but she's
people
not,
have
but you have to
settle with that.
You have to balance it out. But she's also not a tremendously good singer. I like CL singing better. I like Minji singing better. It's like I think Minzy is one of the most talented, well-rounded idols I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right. I agree.
Minzy is like
she sings
so
well.
good.
Mm-hmm.
But like, this is where I'm getting at. Like, I don't know, Riel. I know you're trying to defend her and whatnot, and and I totally understand. And like I said, I'm saying all of these for the humor aspect. But all kidding aside, it's like what I'm looking at here is no hate on her as a person. Yeah, but as individuals in a group, I just feel like she
in a
was
pop group.
Yeah, in a pop group.
Just to be very specific,
like,
we're not attacking the person.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Like,
yeah.
I have nothing against her. I think she's a really good actress.
And we think that she's a good person.
Yeah, we wouldn't really know. Like,
yeah, we wouldn't.
AOA had Ace of Angels, pero dapat pala AOD sila Ace of Devils pala. So things.
Oh my God, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, shout out to all the Elvis. Might as well change your fandom. Okay. So I have friends that are Elvises that guested on the previous.
I'm also an Elvis, actually.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
But no, it's fine. But I blame
it's bad.
Them
right? It's bad, right?
Yeah. But I blame their group because most of the songs from Brave Brothers, like, they received. So, like,
look, I blame Jimin. I blame Jimin all the way. I've blamed her even prior to this. I never liked Jimin, and I said that
I never liked Jimin as well.
She murdered Mr. Mister with their cover with Girls' Day, and since then I hated her.
Alright.
And that teacher, oh my God, it was so bad. It's like you got
her voice is very stingy.
Yeah, you gotta wait. We have to watch it. Like that part only. Mister, I need it to be on like tag dito on this episode. Like, I want everyone to hear how horrible she sounded. It's like, it's just so bad. It was so bad. I hate her. I hated
but to defend
her.
them, like, no, I'm not defending what Jimin did and the other members if they did something.
Yeah.
But to defend like their musicality, they really did great in Queendom. So
I'm okay. I guess like I'm okay with that. I guess I'm okay with like the Queendom thing. Yeah, they were cool. This part.
Oh my God, Bestie.
This part. Oh yeah, Bestie. Bestie was super cool too. This part.
Love Options. This is Jessica's part.
Yes! That was Jessica. That Jessica. Jessica Jung. The one that left. One of the best singers in K-pop at that time. And she murdered it.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I hated her.
She didn't leave. She was kicked out.
Yeah, so they say, the optics matter for sure. Fucking A.
Okay.
But it's like, do you even still expect AOA coming back? Like, never. It's like, in a million years. With what, 4 members left?
3 members.
Impossible.
It's, I forgot.
Impossible. Might as well just join Girls Planet 999. I don't know.
Or Cherry Bullet.
Or Cherry Bullet. Yeah, they're the same company. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Just going back. Final thoughts on that. I like her as a person. Can't say I love her. Love is kind of like a big thing because I love Yori and things like that. But I like her as a person. Never really attacked her as a person. I had, I have problems personally of her joining the pop group Sistar because I felt like she wasn't really a good fit. But probably it's only because of the tremendous amount of singing capabilities that the group has, which I feel that doesn't really just help her out even further. But for this song, I'm all for it. Good, fine. What a great song. Summer.
A God tier.
Yeah, what a good song.
A God tier Sistar song.
Yes, what a good song. What a great song. And I feel like it wouldn't really change my thinking if it were like an OT4 song. Sorry, Riel.
Yeah.
Like I would definitely feel like so look, OT3. I see only 3. So
Yeah, I think OT3, quote unquote OT3 was very evident in which song is this? I think Touch My Body.
Touch My Body.
Yeah. There's this video around K-pop Twitter, Stan Twitter, that's going around na Yorin is supporting Dasom like in the part na Yeah. Kasi supposedly it was Dasom's part.
Yeah, but it's
doing
Hyorin
falsetto.
belting it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it became Hyorin belting it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of sucks. Okay, so that's the topic. Just to end the show, look, if someone like a Nugu agency like Stone Productions or Stone Entertainment can produce this good of a song, then all you big companies, you have problems. This is a project for two former members of a girl group. Are they relevant when it comes to being like a girl group member? Absolutely. Very relevant. Sistar, one of the best of all time.
Right.
However, if it's only for former members as a project, because it's summer, and they can produce this good of a song, and you guys can't do batshit, you have to do something. You have to question your choices. Because it's a good song, and
it is a good song.
You know, like other agencies, big agencies are producing. I'm on the next level.
Oh,
look, it's a bad song. It's a bad song.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No hate on Espa. No hate on Espa. I like Espa.
We're not attacking. Yeah, we're not attacking.
No, you know that's the point, guys. Like I never attack girl groups. I never attack boy groups. I never attack any group. I question the choices made for those groups.
Yeah, but it's catchy, like next level. I honestly play the song a lot these days whenever I work out. Actually.
Yeah, because like it's not really yung wala yung attention mo dun sa kanta kasi. Like you're working out. But if you put your entire attention on it, I'm pretty sure you're gonna skip the song. Let's say for instance you're just listening, nakahiga ka lang or nakaupo ka lang, and then you hear that I'm on the next. Bad.
Okay, but yeah,
bad. So bad. But look, great song.
Na lang.
Great song.
Yeah.
Friggin' A.
Great song.
Great song. Summer of Summer. You gotta check it out. Riel.
Better than Say My Name.
Better than Say. I think everything's better than Say My Name except for Next Level.
Oh God.
Probably.
I hate. Sorry, I think that's the only thing that I hate from Hyorin. Say My Name. Like, sorry, I actually have a draft, but I didn't use it. One of my notes were I wanted to mention that Say My Name is it's probably Hyorin's first release. Because it's very generic K-pop. It's actually not K-pop. It's just a pop song.
It's like a generic pop song. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated it. I'm sorry.
It's not bad. It's not good. No bueno.
And her best release is actually CC. Like post Sistar. Post Sistar.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because I feel like Love and Hate still is the album to beat. One of the best debut albums I've heard, rather.
And 9 Lives, by the way, 9 Lives.
Yeah. But
really?
Not as good as Love and Hate. Yeah. Not as good.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, to each its own. Riel, you are amazing. You are a lifesaver. Thank you very much for doing this. Where can we find you?
Style.
Yes, you are. Where can we find you? What are your socials? Promote your show.
Yeah. So first, I want to promote my show. Please listen to Pick a Struggle. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor as well, of course. We are currently hosted by Anchor, and other platforms like Google Podcasts as well. And you can find me on socials at RielR on Twitter and Instagram. RielR_. Yeah, please don't drag me if ever I've mentioned anything that's offensive.
Well,
I don't want to get canceled. I only have 700 followers.
You even have more than I do, so yeah, should be fine. Good shit. Riel, you are amazing. Please come back to co-host anytime.
Sure.
If ever there's a need for a co-host, I'll definitely contact you. And yeah, friggin' A, this will be available.
Let's talk about second gen girl groups next.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
In general.
Yeah. So you gotta update yourself. You have to. So you have to I feel like a lot of them are coming back. You know, there are a lot of plans. So.
Oh my God, Brave Girls.
Good shit. So yeah, this is episode 9 of the Kingdom Podcast Season 2. Thank you very much for listening. This will be available on all your podcasting platforms. And yeah, this is Riel and Yuuki signing off. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
The Kingdom Podcast is executively produced by The Voice DJ Yuuki and co-engineered by senior producer Jason Aguayo. Special thanks to the Kingdom Podcast creative team. You can like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Anchor at The Kingdom Pod PH. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and any other platforms you use to listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening and see you next time.